Hey y'all, I'm Wood Boyles and this is the World History Project. Our question for the day is, how did farming change the way we organize ourselves as humans? Farming changed a lot. It allowed us each to have different jobs, allowed us to live in large communities and cities, created governments and laws and all kinds of technology that made our lives easier. But were all of these changes a good thing? Farming and surplus food also created social classes and a huge divide between rich and poor. It caused us to stop moving around, following seasons and animal migration patterns, which might seem like a good thing until you think about the problems that created, specifically with dealing with human waste and hygiene. Farming also led to land ownership and violence over who would control that land. So basically, farming is responsible for large-scale warfare. This violence in turn led to slavery, as conquered people were forced to work for whoever won. So farming's not looking great right now. Maybe let's talk about some of the benefits of farming. Today, we live much longer than foragers, and we don't all have to go out and constantly gather food. We have writing and art and music that we can pass down through generations, and we can connect to many, many more people and can travel much further than foragers could. That's all thanks to farming. But did the switch to farming have the same effects everywhere? Well, actually, no. Some places form centralized governments quickly to control the surplus food, while other communities form smaller, less powerful governments. In some places, women's role were seen as taking care of the household. But in other societies, women could hold other jobs, be merchants, artisans, or even farmers. Some communities didn't take on all aspects of farming, like pastoralists. They maintained their nomadic lifestyle, but incorporated domesticated animals into their lives. They simply traveled with them. So, while a lot of people adopted farming and the domestication of animals, they didn't all respond to farming the same way. Our word of the day is Neolithic Revolution. It's the name of the time period where many humans made the switch to farming. We think it started somewhere around 10,000 BC. And we know this because we have evidence of stone tools from the period that were used in farming. Check out the Crash Course World History video number 1, the Agricultural Revolution, and think about whether foraging or farming was more beneficial for early humans and for us. Then, in your historian's journal, write about this. How are the ways in which we are currently organizing ourselves impacting the spread of COVID-19? Think about urban versus rural communities, how quickly we can order something from across the globe and it arrive at our doorstep tomorrow, and how interconnected we are to the world around us. I'll see you next time.